Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission, my restaurant is consistently bad. Aroma Thyme is consistently bad. So here's a review that I'm going to read. A really bad review about my restaurant. And it's on TripAdvisor, and here it goes. As happened on our 2 previous attempts at a nice evening there, meaning Aroma Thyme, we had to beg for our check. The 2 owners were amazingly rude. The guy actually snapped at us, and the woman was so defensive, it was amusing in the end. The food is okay, but the nasty waitstaff and creepy owners make dining there too much of a drag to enjoy the food. We've always had too long to wait for everything from water and menus to the check. Our guess is that the stellar reviews are by the owner's family and friends. We've noticed, and the friends they've noticed get brilliant treatment, while we sit wondering if we should go across the street to Gabby's for delicious food and superb service. What a review, huh girls?
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
So, you know, we have a phenomenal rating on TripAdvisor. We are the top restaurant in Ellenville, and it's coincidence that this review came within the same day that I posted on Facebook. Congratulations to Aroma Thyme for being the top TripAdvisor restaurant.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I put that. This came in on Sunday, this review, which means it was done on Saturday, I think, and actually it was done on Friday. And I posted on Friday morning. Did you see that, Dina, on
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes.
That I posted our badge, our TripAdvisor badge, and we're the #1 restaurant in Ellenville out of 20 restaurants. Only 20 restaurants. It's not like it's like 200 restaurants, but I like to show off those kind of things. People like to see that. So this person had signed up for TripAdvisor that day and then made that review, but they made 2 reviews that same day.
Yes.
Here's their other review for Gabby's, which they mentioned in our review. Great atmosphere, always delicious food and wonderful service. Twice we left Aroma Thyme across the street after being ignored for too long to go to Gabby's and then to Gabby's, and they more than made up for it. So what do we think about these 2 reviews? Oh, that's ice falling down on the roof. So, real review or not a real review?
Definitely not.
You can tell by everything he said that he's never been in this restaurant before in his life. First of all, he used such generic terms like water, wait staff, menus, doesn't say waiter or waitress, doesn't say
anybody's name, doesn't mention any foods.
He's right, nothing. He didn't say what dish he got, that was so terrible.
Or it was good.
Right,
because
exactly.
they like the food. They said the food.
Just by the review alone, like my first impression is this person has not been in the restaurant.
Now this, I believe, was done maliciously. Absolutely. Because they're jealous, or because it could be an ex-employee.
And they went out of their way to mention it in the Gabby's.
And the Gabby's,
excellent.
right? Gabby's is right across the street from us. Gabby's is a Mexican restaurant right across the street. Now it's obvious that someone would say, "Oh, Gabby's did this review." I don't think Gabby's would do something like that. They're not those kind of people, so I don't want anybody to make any assumption that the owners of Gabby did something like this. Stuff like this is done from people being jealous. Maybe they honestly did have a bad experience here a couple years ago or something. Maybe they don't like me personally, right? Maybe they don't like me personally. Maybe they don't like you personally, Dina. Maybe they don't like Jamie. Maybe because it's a small town and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they've never even been in here. But the interesting thing is, you know, it's just amazing what people do to try to make themselves feel good. Like if you honestly had that bad of a meal in my restaurant, I wouldn't charge you. No. But here's where the first problem happens. When people get seated, they get their menus right away.
Yep.
That's part of our seating process. So for somebody to say we had to wait for menus, sure, I understand we're not perfect, and maybe that has happened from time to time where somebody sat down and we didn't get the menus right.
It happened to the same people 3 times.
Twice, 2 or 3 times. But the seating process is, hi, how are you? Name, do you have a reservation? How many people? And we grab menus and we take them to the table. So for that to be true, that's really a stretch for that to be true.
Absolutely.
And to say that we're nasty, nasty, but the nasty waitstaff, it says. nasty waitstaff and creepy owners.
You guys are so creepy.
I mean, this is just like so laughable.
It is a little
It's rare, very rare. But this is actually on TripAdvisor. This is on TripAdvisor, and now everybody can see this. It's like these people are like, this probably is done very maliciously because they have something against us, Jamie.
Absolutely.
There's just something against us. They're jealous. There's something. It's just amazing. It's amazing what people do. Now I can fight this on TripAdvisor. Because if this is an ex-employee, this looks like, obviously this is some kind of inside job. This is something that's not real. And when you go on to restaurant review sites like TripAdvisor and Yelp, you can see when there's fake ones there. Because if they just go out of their way to really just like get all these like down and dirty and just, I understand we all have bad experiences, but you just had a bad experience at a restaurant, Jamie, in New York.
I did.
And what'd you do?
I'm just sending them a simple email just stating what happened.
Yeah.
And if they'd like to talk further about it, they can give me a call and I can give them more details. If they don't want to, then that's their choice and hopefully they'll fix it. You know, but to make a connection with somebody in terms of making them happy, I would hope that they would call and make it better.
So what we're going to do with this review is we're going to do our standard.
Absolutely.
So sorry you had a bad time. We'd love to hear more about it. We have a 100% guarantee policy. We'd love to hear more about your specific visit because honestly, we want feedback, right?
Of course.
Good or bad.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. We want
It's gonna
feedback.
help us grow.
Right, because we're not perfect. We're totally not perfect. We never pretend to be perfect. And we understand that you may have a great time at a restaurant, but the table next to you may not because everybody's expectations are different. Everybody's budget's different. Everybody's taste is different. What everybody perceives as good service is different. Okay?
Absolutely.
Some tables like the server to be on top of them and chit-chatty and talk and be friendly, and other people just want to be totally left alone. So we can give the same service, we can serve the same food, but tables will have different experiences. But honestly, as an owner here, I want to know, okay, what did you eat? What did you like? What didn't you like? Why specifically am I creepy? Why specifically is my waitstaff nasty and rude? Because those are things that I want to fix, right? Because I can't stay in business with me being creepy and nasty waitstaff.
We wouldn't be here 11 years if we were creepy and nasty.
So I really want to hear back from this person who wrote this review the same day that I posted on Facebook. You know, now could this be an ex-employee?
It could be.
Of course.
It absolutely could be an ex-employee. You know, we have ex-employees that work all over town at all the other restaurants, right?
Of course.
Yep.
So it could honestly be an ex-employee. I really think it's somebody who doesn't like me specifically, or you, Jamie, specifically.
Maybe.
I think it's somebody who's jealous, who doesn't like us specifically, who's
Which
just...
is unfortunate because this is not the way to, you know, this
Right.
is not the behavior that you want to, you know what I mean? It just makes them look like more of a bad person. It's
Right.
not going to make you guys look bad.
You know, sometimes very rarely do we get bad reviews online where we get like a 1-star. Very, very rarely does it happen. And I got to tell you, probably 50% of the time, we know who they are, right? Mm-hmm. We know who they are. We have their contact information. We know specifically who they are. I mean, we get like one-star review a year is really what happens.
Definitely.
That's probably it. Out of the hundreds of other reviews we get, one is a 1-star review. So we get a couple 3s, mostly 4s, and tons of 5s. I mean, if you look at for this person to say that all the other reviews are done by our friends and family, how could we have written 200? How could we have friends and family write 200 reviews on TripAdvisor?
And they all have other reviews.
And they all made separate profiles
They all
on
made
TripAdvisor.
right. Because you can go on the TripAdvisor and you can look at everybody's account, everybody's profile, and see where they've been across the world and see what they've rated. So if we have friends that like all across the country like that, our Facebook would be overloaded with people, right?
You'd have 450,000
friends on Facebook if this was the if this was the reality. Consistently bad. Ugh, it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's very sad, but it's just laughable to think that.
I actually laughed when I saw
when you read it. Yeah,
I laughed. I was like, that is insane.
You know, the funny thing is, every time I get an email and it says TripAdvisor review, you know, to press the open button, I always like take a little. I almost lose like a gasp of air because you never know what's behind that button.
You never know
You're like,
what it's
and
going to say.
Of course, I was skiing when I saw this. I just popped up on my phone during lunch, and I said, consistently bad. I said, what in the world's going on here? And once I read it, I was like, really? really, 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 because usually if I get a review that there's anything negative, and even if it's a 3 or 4-star review and they have a problem with it, I typically right away I'm like want to resolve the problem. But it's just like this is so so hysterical that I had to put it on YouTube. I have to put this on YouTube, just put it out, because this is, restaurant owners go through this, and you know, it's unfortunate because it's a small town, and a lot of this stuff happens more in a small town because all these other restaurateurs, ex-employees, friends, so-called friends, people that want to stab you in the back. It's such a small community that you know who these people are. They don't have their own business to worry about, so they want to worry about your business and putting you down and you know, and calling you names and stuff like that. It's unfortunate. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. I am a creepy restaurant owner, so beware. Beware. And my staff is, what is my staff? Nasty. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe to my channel.
Or don't, whatever. It's okay. You don't have to like us either.
Thanks for watching.